We've all heard the expression that procrastination kills. My curiosity has to do with what are the mechanisms in play that are actually causing the implementation of procrastination? Why is it that we are not going forward when we're supposed to be going forward? So the expression is procrastination kills, not laziness. So is it always a function of laziness? I don't think it's always a function of laziness. I think the biggest issue is that we're not really identifying the threat in terms of what I'm supposed to be doing and when I'm supposed to be doing it. And I might be engaged in all sorts of activity, but those activities might not be in alignment with my ability to get the things done that I have to get done when I have to get them done. So let's visit a concept that, for the sake of this argument, I'm going to call attack of the snail. Snails are little and they're far off in the distance and they don't seem like they pose much of a threat. And so as a result, I'm not taking action to defend myself against such a small thing that is so far off into the future. I think human nature is that we are very well equipped to deal with a direct threat. So if somebody kicks my door into my house, I am prepared to defend my house and I'm prepared to do whatever I have to do at that time to get that thing done. Get the heck out of my house. Don't belong here. However, what's the bigger threat? Are we going to have people kick our doors in a lot? Probably a bigger threat is your high cholesterol. So you know your cholesterol's high, but you know, no big deal. I've been eating lots of red meat for my whole life, and I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. Well, it's not that big of an issue, and it's a small thing, and it's a little thing, but month over month, meal over meal, year over year, eventually that small thing might result in a heart attack, at which point it's kicking your front door in and it might be too late for you to address it. As professionals, are we taking the time that we need to identify the snails that are in our lives and in our professional lives? So I would submit for your consideration that during our professional development time, when we're time blocking for professional development, you need to do an assessment. And so we'll say such things as, well, I need to get organized, or I really should prospect more, or I really need to understand social media dynamics a little bit better. I need to learn something. I need to blah, 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 fill in the blank. I need to buy a CRM. I need to buy Google AdWords. And what happens is during this professional development time, we get a little bit disjointed in I need, I need, I need. Here is the solution to that. You need to time block and write down what are you going to do? What are you doing? What are you going to do about that snail? I've been wanting to get organized for a long time, but I just haven't done it. During that time block in your calendar where you're doing professional development, make a very quick list of what it is you think you need to do. Don't get overwhelmed with the list. Focus on one task at a time. So if you think you need to learn social media better or you're not being effective in your social media, don't just let that sit there. Put some action items in a plan for yourself. You know what? Maybe I should contact a social media coach. Maybe I need to turn this part of my business over to somebody else. Or I am really interested in it, but it just seems like when I sit down with my phone and start posting things or liking things, I'm just not effective. So, maybe you just need to take a class. And instead of in the theory saying I should take a class, for goodness sakes, write it down and then allocate time, open your calendar, move forward a couple of weeks and say, hey, you know what? On this day, before this time, I am setting a goal and I am going to do better at this and I'm taking the implementation steps to do it. Start with baby steps. As you start allocating time and resources into the future to deal with your professional development, you're going to find the procrastination naturally goes away. You start focusing on really simple action items that you have to do. All of the emotional thought and the emotions that go along with, well, I should, or maybe, like these emotions are what's killing your calendar. They are killing your efficiency. Most everything we have to do in this business is administratively oriented. You're an admin and you're administrating to do things off a task list. Now, your soft skills, your interpersonal communication, and all of that empathetic listening that you're going to do with peers and with clients absolutely is a soft skill and it's super important. But most of your business is not that exciting. This is one of the reasons as sales professionals we kind of get bound up because most of the stuff we need to do to actually make real money, it's not exciting or fun. It can be pretty mundane, but you're going to have to find the disciplined approach to getting these things done. Use your calendar, use the professional time blocking methodology in order to overcome the attack of the snail. I don't want to call you lazy and I don't want to call you complacent because I know that you're neither of those two things. But if you're not taking action to get things done, then it doesn't really matter to me about what you're thinking about. What I care a lot about is what you're doing. Please hit that subscribe button and don't forget, visit our website and schedule your free 30-minute evaluation.